So up next, representing Spartans Combat Gym in Chippenham, we have Matty Baker. And fighting from Swindon, we have Gary Tune.
So as you know, folks, the big show, 6th of July here at the Grange. On my left, Matty Baker, and on my right, Mr. Gary Tune. Matty, I'm going to come to you first. Actually, I tell a lie, I'm not. I'm going to go to Gary Tune first. Gary, obviously, you're the more experienced man. You've had what, 4 fights now?
Yeah, that's correct.
And obviously, you know, you've come onto MCP. I know you've been sort of keeping in touch with Antonio. You know, the training is probably not been as, if we're being honest, you've not prepared probably as well as you want to. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I've been doing a bit of cardio work at the place I work, using the gym during my breaks, but actual boxing-wise in the boxing gym, nowhere near as enough as I should be. At the moment, I haven't been for a few weeks. I'm looking to start getting back this week, once a week minimum, and just at the end of the day, try and get myself a little bit, make it a good night, good fight at the end of the day. Respect from Matty coming on his debut as well, so don't want to give it a bad fight at the end of the day. He wants the experience as well, and the only way to do it is by giving him a good fair fight and making sure I put the work in as well as he is.
So obviously, you know, we spoke off camera, and you know, you are the more experienced man. You've had the 4 fights. This is his debut. But one thing is, you mentioned about your training, or the lack of. Yeah. This man's been training hard. What do you know about Matty? Do you know much about him?
No, I don't know nothing about him, to be fair. I've seen a little bit of footage on Facebook, but other than that, don't know nothing about him. Know he trains at Spartans, good gym, good bunch of people. I'm expecting it to be a hard hit. At the end of the day, they all work hard in that gym, they train hard, and they get the best out of their fighters in that gym. So I'm expecting a hard fight, and on the night I'll see what'll happen and go from there at the end of the day.
Cheers, Gary. Obviously, Matty, I'm going to come to you now, mate. Obviously, I met you last month. You was training at the gym, as Gary said, and anyone that comes from Spartans, whether they're a beginner or, you know, they produce good fighters from beginners right to the top of the tree, you know, to the elite. It's your time now. It's your first time. I know you're smiling, probably a bit of nerves in there, but you have been putting the work in. So just tell us now, he's here now. I know you was very respectful in your interview, but you've got another month behind your training. We're only a month away from the fight. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, mate. Feeling good. I mean, trying to get in the gym as much as I can. I mean, I've got a good bunch of people behind me. Joe, you know, they all push us on. So yeah, I mean, again, nervous but excited. So yeah, just looking forward to it, really.
And obviously, a little bird tells me, you know, you've got good support behind you, you know, and I think, you know, Antonio's dropped more tickets off at the gym. There's a massive contingent of Spartans on this card. It's technically, you could probably say it's a Spartan show, you know, coming to Swindon. But, you know, just tell us about your support. Do you want to thank them? And, you know, how can people get their tickets from you?
I mean, yeah, I've been putting it on Facebook a lot, also any social media, trying to get as many people as I can. I think I sold about 50 tickets so far. So, but the main thing is getting the money off people, which is the pain in the ass. But yeah, I mean, every ticket I sell, or we all sell, it's like, do you know what I mean, it's more better for us all. So yeah, I mean, do whatever you can.
I mean, you'll just touch on that there. You said about, you know, that's one thing with Spartans, whether it's, you know, Matty Baker selling 50, 100 tickets, they will all be cheering for every single guy in your gym, right? And, you know, whether it's someone else on the gym selling tickets. That's one thing I noticed with Spartans, they do come out in force. And Gary, just back to you. You've heard a bit now about Matty. You know, he's preparing. Probably, it's no secret, more than you. But do you feel your experience is going to see you through this fight?
At the end of the day, hopefully it will, but it all depends on the night, who comes out wanting it. Obviously, I remember my first fight, debuting out of the back. Anxiety did get the better of me, and it is a bit of pressure. But it all depends who comes out on the night and what happens there and then. I can hope the experience will take it, but the lack of training could let me down, which is where he'll have the upper hand with his level of training compared to mine. So he's got the training upper hand, I've got the experience upper hand. So I think it'll be a good fight and hope for the best, really. That's all we can do.
just to Matty, really. So, Matt, obviously we know that Gary's a bit more experienced than you. As we all know, the first time in a ring is, you know, we can do whatever we can do in the gym, but when the lights are on and it's time to go, it's a different story. Some cope with it different than most. How do you think you're going to deal with your first fight? Are you nervous?
I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I'm probably more nervous doing this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I said, I am excited to get in there. But I mean, we're still on the night. I mean, I can say I'm excited now, but when the time comes, I'll probably shit myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've never done it before, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Nice. And credit to Gary as well, really, because we know Gary don't train the hardest as he should have, but it's fighters like Gary that help provide stepping stones for debut guys like Matty here to really see how they deal with stuff and see what kind of level they're on from their debut. So it's credit to Gary for taking the fight as well. So yeah, thank you both for being on the MCP. Should we get a face-off time? Yeah.
I'm going to make close to these guys.
Do you want to get in front of the MCP banner? Yeah. If you shuffle back for me, Gary. We want to get that in there. That's it. So nice and close. Just stay there for me, all right?
I'm going to go both facing towards the camera. Arms up. Look strong. Towards that one.